Well, all right. Good evening, fans, and welcome to the first pseudo episode of the Sunshine State Racing Recap. How y'all doing?
Happy Monday.
I'm doing great. And it's amazing. I mean, literally while the intro was on, I shared it, and it was like over 100 people. Ronnie Basello's on. Really excited about this show for the Frostbite 200 coming up, and just a lot of great news and everything coming out. We're going to put out tonight.
Yeah, we got some killer stuff to announce tonight. I am three different kinds of excited. We have two of, I think, the coolest guests ever on tonight. One of them, if you all couldn't imagine, is going to be the reigning MMA champion, LJ Grimm. And our other interview, who's actually going to be first, waiting on him to call in about 15 minutes, we've got an announcement from the one and only Bubba Pollard.
Super excited.
So
you guys
excited.
know I'm a huge fan. I'm really excited to be back. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Yeah, we had a much needed break, but I think we all missed not being here with the fans and doing the show. It just didn't work out. The Saturdays was really good, and we all talked. And I think this Monday night prime time is going to work out great for everybody.
See, Robert's already having internet issues. Robert, I'm sending you a hotspot.
And recap the weekend. Weekend at a race.
Yeah, the whole doing it on Saturday thing, as cool as it was, right? Because, you know, it's race day, and poor Jen doesn't get to say happy race day every day now. So that kind of sucks. But with everything going on, drivers trying to get to the track, it wasn't working. And quite frankly, the idea that we can bring the winners on from the week before is going to make for something that's a little more exciting, I think. And then on top of that, when LJ decides to throw boxing gloves on, we can bring them on and talk about it and laugh and pick on them. And hopefully he's not on video, so you can cover up a black eye if there is, but you never know.
I'm really excited.
Didn't go boxing gloves. LJ went full MMA, no gloves needed.
I'm really excited to be back. I'm really excited to be back with the fans. I missed videoing Saturday night, but Lord knows there was a ton of footage we got to review.
You ain't kidding. I feel like everybody and their brother had a cell phone video of that.
And we just got I just see looking on our live feed, Joe Gentry from 417 Southern Speedway just joined. It's probably him and Janet watching. We're so excited to be down there and help promote and push the Frostbite 200 January 30th. This $10,000 to sportsman race is going to be a huge deal.
Yeah, it's a big deal for late models, but for the sportsman guys, this is unheard of. Am I wrong here?
No, you're right. It's huge.
I've never heard of it before. I mean, these guys are used to racing from 1,200, 1,500 to win.
Oh, you stick $3,000 in front of these guys, and they'll wreck half the field trying to win. I can only imagine what they're going to do for $10K.
And just while we got a few minutes, a huge shout out to our partners who have joined us again for the 2021 roofing tag with Spiro. He's on. All these guys and everything they do help us. Mike LeMaster with LeMaster's Insurance. Just thank everybody for hopping on, and we're always looking for more potential marketing partners.
Yeah, absolutely. If you guys are looking to join, I mean, we have packages that start at $50. We can go all the way up to $10,000. I promise we won't tell you no for turning in too much. But we will promote the crap out of your business and do everything we can to get you something new and get you out in front of the racing world.
And I forgot when HTO is back with our HTO replays, right? Yeah,
that's all exciting. Eddie's back for the year, and he's going to come onto my car as well. So eventually, when it's built, chassis on order. Dear God, thank you. I love filming races. It's fun to bring it to you guys, but damn, I miss being behind the wheel.
And Joe Gentry
Jason
said, hey guys, we love you. We love you guys too, Joe and Janet.
We do. We love them guys. We love being down there. We're family. We love our race family. Jason Lester said, Robert, you need to get off McDonald's Wi-Fi.
Thank you. Right?
Hey,
it's on that hotel
Wi-Fi. It's the best IHG has to offer.
IHG is struggling. We're going to send you something.
Jake Wilson just commented. I got to add Ultimate Fighter announcer to my resume. Thanks for the great turnout from drivers and fans for the Eddie Brand race for Rhett Cooper.
I tell you what, I was talking to Jake earlier this week, and I'm really excited because we're working on things in the background, things that we can't fully say yet. You know, there's still stuff happening and people that got to talk and whatever, but I see some big things coming in the future with Jake. Hopefully he's going to be with us a little bit. I think what he did for us at New Smyrna and the way he handled the Governor's Cup was incredible, and fingers crossed, I think we're going to get him for a few more, and y'all get to hear his voice more often.
Love
Maybe next week I'll
Jake.
hardwire in and see if it makes a difference next weekend. That's Monday.
A good idea. So let's get started. First things first is obviously what's racing this week. We're not going to change that. So Robert, give us the rundown. What's racing where?
Arbondale this weekend has the Pro Trucks, the open wheel modifieds, both for 50 laps, modified mini stocks, scramblers are all going to be racing at our Arbondale Speedway. Showtime Speedway has the super late models, which is going to be the $10,000 to win first leg of the Triple Crown, A modifieds, V6 Fords, and street stocks. New Smyrna has the 100-lap Enduro. It's the Say No More to the 2020 Enduro race. Demo Derby, Sportsman, Bomber A's, and the Powder Puff race. And they're also having spectator races and a burnout contest. Then Bubba Raceway Park is the only track going on dirt this weekend. As hobby stocks, V8 Thunders, open wheel modifieds, and Crown Vics all are going to be racing at a Bubba Raceway Park. And then all of our other tracks are off this weekend, and most of them start back up the following weekend on 1/16.
How about Showtime? Leave it to Yoho that, everybody's doing this 10K thing, right? That's the cool thing to do. It's awesome. It's great for the drivers. It brings out a wonderful field. And it packs the stands. Obviously, we saw what happened at Bigley, right? So Yoho shows up and goes, we'll do 3. Like, and then if you actually win all 3, we'll stick another 10 grand on top of that. So 3 races and a potential $40,000 payout. Like, who do you think showing up to this? That makes me think of guys like Kyle Busch.
And he did this last year.
Go ahead, Robert.
He did this last year, and unfortunately, the first 2 went off really well, and they had different winners, and then COVID hit before the third one, and they did the third one on pay-per-view only. But, I mean, he's not afraid to step up and go outside the box on some of this stuff.
Y'all need to start pinging Yoho. We are trying so hard to broadcast those races for y'all. Obviously, this one went to low budget. Great for them. Glad the fans got to see it. But we're a little selfish here. We'd like to do it ourselves, and we want to keep it in the hometown. So y'all start pinging Yoho and messing with him.
And we hear he's not against having us. It's just low budget's been helping him a couple of years, and that's who he's comfortable with. So you guys, the fans, tell him you'd like to see us doing more coverage there, and that's going to help us get in the door.
So absolutely. Austin says, come on out to Showtime Saturday night, 10,000 to win Super 100, 40-lap street stocks, plus yours truly is announcing.
Austin's announcing there?
It says Austin's announcing.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, Jake has previous commitments that we've even seen Augustine this weekend.
That's a good one. That's not a terrible replacement. Like, if I had to pick, it's one of those two. So, hey, that's a solid replacement. Good for them.
Sonia Heater just commented, New Smyrna Speedway posted an hour ago, no more Enduro.
Is it No More Enduro, or it's called the No More 2020 Enduro?
I don't know.
Yeah, the No More Enduro is No More Enduro.
Yeah, somebody needs to call Rusty. That's not the best name choice ever. I saw the same thing. Ryan went live, and it said No More 2020 Enduro, and I'm like, oh, they canceled. Oh, no, they didn't.
Nope, it's still on.
We always used to joke around that Armandale had that ad that said $No hot dog night.
What could go wrong? Oh, all right. Well, next.
So before we get our guest, do we want to make some big announcements?
Yeah. So the big announcements that we have to make are obviously the 8 locked in. So we've been talking about it. Ronnie Basello has beat you all over the head to nausea on Facebook. And we have the 8 drivers that are locked in. The fancy stuff on the bottom is who's currently entered, who has called and said they're interested. That's not who's locked in. So, Robert, why don't we start running on the list and you tell us who's in?
Well, first we have the 2016 Fall Brawl champion. That one was at the Soto Speedway. And we have one and no other than Jason Vale is locked into the $10,000 to win Frostbite race. And then we get our next person has a guaranteed spot, won the 2017 Fall Brawl at 417 Southern Speedway. I think we can all say we love this guy's wife and pet more than we do Joe Winchell himself. But Bowman's our favorite, but Joe Winchell is locked into the Frostbite 200. Then we have our 2018 Fall Brawl champion, also from Southern Speedway. Won a lot of races all over the place at Citrus and 417. And Armandale Brandon Morris is locked into the Frostbite 200 on January 30th. Then we move to our 2020 Wheelman Series champion, Jesse Henley, has a guaranteed starting spot in the Frostbite 200 on January 30th down at 417 Southern Speedway. Then next, we have a guy that you either love him or hate him. He's the 2020 champion, Armandale Speedway. George Gorham Jr. is locked into the Frostbite 200 at 417 Southern Speedway. And then next, we have our only driver, I believe, on the list that won multiple track championships this year at 417 Southern Speedway and Showtime Speedway. Jeff Gilbo has locked himself. Gilbo has locked himself into the Frostbite 200. And then we have our 2020 New Smyrna Sportsman Champion, Adam Briggs, has himself the 7th locked-in starting spot for the Frostbite 200. And then last but not least, the driver of the year voted by the Florida Sportsman page as the last and final guaranteed spot. Brook Store and the 9 will be starting the Frostbite 200. And those are the only 8 that are guaranteed starting spots in the Frostbite 200. Everybody else will have to earn their way in through qualifying or through the B main race.
What's the current count? How many are currently pre-registered?
You got the list scrolling across the bottom, but I think it's about
Count 'em.
36 to 40.
Do you know how many
There's
starting?
quite a bit.
Ronnie's on. Maybe Ronnie can give us the number. I thought it was 28.
44.
But
44 have pre-registered. Ronnie will answer us, I'm sure.
Okay, yeah, 44 are pre-registered so far. And I thought we were starting 28, but I might be wrong with that.
Awesome.
Come on, Ronnie. I know you're not starting 44.
Yeah. It would be fun to watch. It wouldn't be very fun for the drivers. But on that note, that's going to bring us to our first caution, because I'm sitting here looking at my screen, and there is a certain driver who I am 3 different kinds of excited to talk to. So we're going to go under our caution real quick. He's laughing right now.
Schofield?
Joe Gentry just posted 28 will be starting. So 28 will start the Frostbite 200. And then if you check out our live feed, make sure you read the comments, because there's some battles going on right now. Jason Lester, and I think Schofield says nobody cares, Lester.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Yeah, no.
I think he was telling us. No, I'm kidding.
Well, we will be right back.
I don't know. He might have
caution. And when we come back, we are coming back with the coolest interview that we've done over top of Jason Lester, Mr. Bubba Pollard.
With 24 flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, HTO keeps you cool. So, what's your flavor?
All right, we're back after a quick caution, and without further ado, I can't believe this is actually happening. Y'all check this out. Bubba, how's it going, bud?
Good. How are y'all this evening?
Awesome, man. It's great to have you on the show. We really appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, anytime.
This guy needs no intro, but we'll give him one anyway. How about one of the best super late model drivers in the country? So excited to have you on our show. We get to talk to you when you come down to Florida and race with us, but super excited to have you on. What you doing in Georgia tonight?
It's cold. We just we were ready to get back racing. We hadn't done much except do the holidays, and we partied a little bit New Year's, so we enjoyed that and had some fun. We had a lot of our guys that help us on the race car, and some guys that are friends of ours come up, and we all had a big New Year's party, and finally they went back home, thank goodness, and so we can recuperate and get ready for some racing.
So, Bubba, I've only got one question, and I'm going to let Jen run this one. Because obviously, you're living up here in Georgia. I don't like getting political, but we've got this Senate run coming off. Have you shut your phone off yet? Because mine keeps blowing up, and these little text messages are driving me nuts.
You don't want to know what I tell them. Oh, it's crazy. We're so tired of everything, man. Just hearing it, the commercials, you can't get away from it. It's how it just needs to go on and get on with everything.
Amen to that. All right, Jenny's all yours.
All right. So, of course, we're always excited when you come down and race with us in Florida. You had some really good runs last year at the Citrus 10K. You love coming down here and taking the boys' money. You had the Governor's Cup race. We didn't catch you at the Bigley race, although we wanted you to be there. What is your next big race in Florida?
We're looking forward to coming down there on the 30th and checking it out and having some fun. So we just I can't thank Jason Bell and and all their guys, allowing me to do this. It's kind of a unique race, and from what I hear, there's only 20 spots. If we're only starting 28, and 8 are guaranteed, is what it sounds like. We're only racing for 20 spots, so that's gonna be pretty tough, especially climbing in a car never driven before and a place never been. But we're always up for having some fun, and just can't thank those guys enough for letting me be able to do this, and we'll see what we can do in a couple weeks.
We plan to pack that place out with Bubba Pollard fans. 417 is an awesome facility. You're going to absolutely love it. We usually have an after party on Friday night, so everyone will get to come out and meet you guys. And, of course, you'll get your first-hand look at the track on Friday, hopefully for practice. Are you planning on coming down anymore for any other 10K races here in Florida?
We hope so. They got they announced, a couple weeks or a week ago, the Triple Crown deal at Showtime. We thought about coming down to run in the first one. I think it's the 9th, but that's just pushing it for us. We kind of really wasn't ready. We hadn't gotten our stuff ready. We've been kind of, redoing our program. We've kind of gotten off from where I feel like we need to be. So we've really worked hard, I feel like, the last couple weeks to get where we need to be. So we're building all brand new race cars. We've sold just about every race car we've had, and pretty much starting over. And we got some different ideas, and we're excited to get going on those. So, the first part of the year here could be a learning curve for us, but hopefully we can make that second and third race down there, and we're planning on running all speed week. At New Smyrna, and then just try to get down that way as much as we can. It seems like y'all hadn't took any break. Y'all been racing down there in South Florida, so that's what I like. So we'll see what we can do.
I think we had the week of Christmas off, and that was it.
Yeah,
that's what I wish I could race like that.
Florida does it weird. Everybody else races through the summer. We take that 2-month break. I don't know why we call it a mid-season break. We should just call it an off-season.
That's pretty smart. That's when the weather gets good and comfortable and gets so hot during the summer. So, we enjoy racing down there. A lot of these guys I've never, some of them I've never heard of. I keep up with the Wheelman Series and a lot of all types of racing, but I've heard a lot of those guys. There's some I haven't heard of. But looking forward to racing against them. I'm sure they'll want to whoop up on me and beat up on me, but that'd be fine. We can dish it out too.
Well, there's a lot of super late model guys that have stepped up in this race. Michael Goddard's got a ride. Dylan Bigley's going to be in his dad's car. It's going to be not only just the Wheelman Series guys going against some of the best super late model drivers in the state are going to be out there competing with you, trying to all give it a shot.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to racing against those guys. They do a great job. Every time we get a chance, we're watching the races and keeping up with it, and it seems like it's a lot of fun. I think it's a good deal that they got going on with the rules, and it can just kind of get back to the old school. I call it old school way of racing, and I think that's what some of the racing is missing nowadays. So that's why I'm intrigued by it. I like that you're able to go and build your own bodies and do those type of things and not have to pay $2,000 or $3,000 for someone to put it on, So I like the series. I like what's going on. I like the type of racing that's happening. That's why I'm intrigued to come down there. 200 laps, I think, on the same set of tires. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Awesome. So are you running the 26 or the 71?
I'm not sure yet. As far I will be in the 26.
Okay.
As far as late model stuff goes, from now on, but I don't know. We hadn't talked about. He's asked me what he want the car to look like, and I told him I didn't care as long as it went fast. So I'm gonna let him handle that part of it.
All right. So we got to touch base because Nasty is one of our drivers, and you and him have a long history. So what was your thoughts on the Snowflake?
Oh, it's just typical. It's the same old shit every day, every week. So ain't much different. We'll just see where the year holds us. It's gonna be interesting, that's for sure.
Who's your least favorite driver to race against?
All of them.
I told you he wasn't going to give you a straight answer. There was no way.
I tried. All right, so the Bigley race, did you get to see the highlights of our Bigley race from November?
We did. We watched it and checked it out. Looking back on things, I should have went to the Bigley race and not the Derby. Is what it looks like. So, but we all live and learn, and we'll go back and try it again. But hopefully we can get down there. I'll definitely watch that race for to kind of replay it to get see things and see how the racetrack changes and stuff like that, and try to take notes and be prepared when I come down there here in a couple weeks.
That was something that I wanted to ask you about is whenever you're going to a new track, obviously you're bouncing all over the country, right? It's very different than these Florida guys that they have their 5 tracks and that's it. So how do you prepare for a race when you're going to a track that you've never seen?
I get on Speed 51 and watch as many races as I can. I get on YouTube. I watch in-car cameras. I watch all types of different angles on the racing. So I may watch the race 5 or 6 times before, in different ways and different angles before I even get there. And usually when I get there, for some weird reason, I got this deal of going around the racetrack backwards. Seems to help me see more of the characteristics of the racetrack. So that's kind of helped me, which is kind of odd, but I'll watch and talk to people and kind of just relate it to other places I've been and kind of go from there. And usually, we've been so many places now that we adapt pretty quick with having to go so many places and learning, having to adapt pretty quick.
You always take the time to chat with us when you're down here at New Smyrna after Governor's Cup. You were sitting there, pulling motors out of cars, taking cars.
Oh, Lord.
I'm sorry, I lost you for a minute.
I think Jen done ran away. It's freeze-framed in a gorgeous spot, though.
So Bubba, while we're waiting on Jen to come back, and I'm not sure what exact question she's going to ask, but who are some guys that you really want to thank and your sponsors that help you make all your racing possible? I mean, you probably have to have a long list, and just want to make sure you're able to get time to thank those.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I've been really fortunate over the years to race with a lot of guys, and have those guys help me. We've had new relationships. I've had guys for the last 10 or 12 years, and that's been a difference. I feel like, in our program is having people you enjoy being around and having fun, and that's, I feel like, why we win races. And I couldn't do it without our sponsors, Harrisonsworkwear.com, TM Ranch, and what Steve has done for me, with everything that's gone on in the last couple of years with David and all his guys, PH, Dana and Joe. Tommy, all those guys, I couldn't ask for better friendship than what I got with them and what they've done for me. So race car engineering, Steve Dorr has, helped me out a ton with, we can really rely on them to get us the parts that we need. That's where we buy all our stuff from, and they're easy to work with, great guys, and we enjoy it. So there's a lot of guys that's made it possible for us.
Well, we just want to thank you for taking time out tonight to come on with us and help announce that you're going to be racing the Frostbite. We're excited to see you down here, and I think Jen's back, so I'll let Jen close it out.
Huge thanks, Bubba. My favorite quote for 2020 was, "I'm down now, but I promise you we ain't out. Be ready." So we are ready to see you for the Frostbite.
Well, I appreciate it. Racing is tough. When you do it long enough, you're going to have ups and downs. It don't matter how good you are or how bad you are. It's going to happen. So, we just got to keep working, and that's our plan for 21 here is to work as hard as we can. We've struggled, but we're ready to go again, and we're going to work hard, and we got something to prove. I think we can do it.
Sounds good. Well, good luck to you at the Frostbite. We'll be down there interviewing you and aggravating you all weekend.
Sounds good. Hopefully y'all can check us out. There's a party Friday night. We'll be there.
Sounds good.
There's a party. We'll get you all the information.
Sounds good. Thank you, guys.
Awesome.
Thanks for
man.
coming on, Bubba.
Hi, Jen. Welcome
Brandon,
back.
are you fangirling?
A little bit. I'm not going to lie. It was cool.
I always do.
And you guys were talking about my internet, and then Jen freezes.
I was about to say, yeah, Jen just went full free swing.
It didn't even give me a warning or anything. It was like just frozen.
Yeah, that's weird. Oh,
Huge thanks
well.
to Bubba for coming on. That's huge for 417. So we're going to treat that just like we did the Bigley race. That place is going to be standing room only. Make your plans to come out. Make your plans to come out Friday night. Hang out for practice. Go to the after party with us. It's going to be a full weekend of fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just scrolling some of the comments, man. We're going to have to go back and read all these later. But Candace Connor-Keeley says she likes the Monday show.
How about my mom? My mom commented.
Did you get a high mom?
She's laid up with a fractured ankle right now, but she said she can't keep that smile off her face with Bubba on there. Everyone knows I'm a huge fan.
Well, that's awesome, and that's going to bring us to our second caution because, once again, I am looking at my screen, and there's another driver that I know everybody wants to talk to, Mr. MMA himself. So
he's probably more famous right now than Bubba Pollard.
At least in Florida he is. But we're going to take a break. It'll be short. We'll be right back. Thanks for sticking with us, and we'll talk to y'all in a minute.
Give me a few seconds to tell you about something extremely important about insurance. Have you ever thought about any of the following? Maybe paying off a mortgage, proper retirement, that is non-taxable. What about final expense questions? Well, the Alliance with Candace Keeley has all the answers for all those mentioned. Call someone you can trust. Retirement-safe investments are extremely important to lock in now, especially with this important election we are facing. There is no better time, as crucial as now, to get the most out of these insurance benefits. The Alliance with Candace Keeley. Call 386-523-6335 for a free review.
All right, so welcome back, and without further ado, we have the man, the myth, the legend, the UFC fighting champion. Y'all check it out. LJ, how's it going, bud?
Good, how are y'all?
Good. It's good to hear from you. I'm glad to see that everything's in one piece, and except for the car, but you know that is what it is. So, how's it going, man?
You drinking a twisted tea in the background there, LJ?
Yeah, it's actually not bad. It tastes pretty good. I got the peach one.
I'm gonna have to go try that, but hey, cheers.
All right, so first random fan question of the night. Where did you learn to scrap like that?
Don't know. That was the first time I've ever been in a fight, even through elementary school, middle school, high school. I guess I kind of just watched Stephen Nassie and the Donnie Wilson deal, and it kind of looked kind of about the same thing. So I guess I can credit Stephen Nassie on some of it.
I hope he's watching.
We have another fan question. How many chicks slid into the DMs after Saturday night?
No, none.
You're so full of it.
I promise.
So before we hop into your MMA career, let's talk racing for a second. Otherwise, we will go on about this all night. So first things first, obviously, we just had the Eddie Brand. You were in it. You were having a good run. Aside from the mess at the end, how'd you feel about the day? How was the car? What was going through your head going into the race?
The car was good. We just ran that Thanksgiving race weekend, and we won that. The harder tires we're on the modified this year. They're pretty tricky. The Thanksgiving race qualifying wasn't that great for us, and the same thing happened at Eddie Brand. I couldn't get the right front hot enough and just slid up the racetrack, and we qualified ninth. And we got rolling pretty decent. Started right behind Stickler and followed him, and then he was just so damn quick. He got away from us and finally got up there to third or fourth behind him and Bennett and Nassie, and cleared Nassie and rode for a little bit, and then all hell broke loose.
So from your
do you
perspective,
think the car was good enough?
Go ahead, Robert.
Do you think the car was good enough that you would have had anything for Stickler in the closing laps, or do you think he was just that much better in the field that night?
I'm not sure. I felt like we had second for sure. We probably could have raced with Cody pretty good on some restarts, and I mean, it's showtime, so you never know what could happen, but I know me and Cody would have raced good for the win, and even Nassie, the three of us, we could have put on a good show and probably not had the ending that it had for me anyways.
Okay, so on track, I think everyone's watched Hunter's video. Thanks to Hunter Lovelady for capturing that moment for all of us that was not there. I was on the back stretch, so I didn't get a great view of it. So on track, the altercation happens. You guys keep going back and forth. There was not a lot said by you watching the GoPro up until after the fact when you're kind of begging the driver to get out. So then next thing I see is you in the pace truck. How exactly did that happen?
I don't know. I did my thing, and then my car owner come out there, and then the other guy come out there, and I went back towards Bennett again, and then they got separated, and the pace truck driver, it ended up being him, the last one that kind of had a hold of me, and he said, get in the pace truck and I'll take you in the pits. And I was like, can I drive? And he was like, yeah, go ahead. So I don't know if that was a smart idea, but I mean, by that point I wasn't going to do anything too stupid. But my sprint car owner kind of owns the pace truck and lets Yoho use it. So, I mean, I don't know what he would have said would have been okay, but some things ran through my head. But yeah, I just drove down there, and then I didn't know what was going to happen in the pits because I knew my dad was going to be mad, and I knew there was from the crowd, it didn't sound too good for the other drivers, so I just wanted to get down there as quick as I could, and I didn't want to miss anything.
Yeah, me neither. I think we ran faster coming from there than I ever have to video a race. We were on the back stretch.
Adrenaline's a good drug. I wish they sold it in bottles.
I think that was the
Twisted Tea.
My mom
you took the pace truck.
My mom commented and said he should have walked to the pits so you can hear all the cheers you got.
I'm kind of upset that you got permission to take the pace truck. So I was under the impression that you just said, screw it, I'm taking it, which would have been 10 times more gangster. That you were just like, yeah, that looks like a good ride. I'm going to take that now.
No, they asked me to get into it, and then I guess just me being a smart ass, I asked if I could drive, and I didn't really think he was going to say yes, but I don't know, maybe he was just as messed up as I was at the time, adrenaline, and told me it was okay.
Awesome.
Well, we get Jason Lester runs across the track, and LJ just takes the pace truck. I mean, no comparison.
Yeah, I'm not going to run much if I don't have to.
LJ lives the big boy life. I feel you. I'd have found some wheels too.
Yep.
So what's your favorite meme that has come from Saturday night?
It's got to be the Twisted Tea one. I mean, my buddy Nick that I work with, and he runs a dirt street stock down at East Bay, he actually texted it to me, and the next thing I know, he had it on Facebook, and then now it's probably in Japan and Australia and some fans down in the Philippines or something too.
Way to start 2021 MVP of 2021 so far.
And go check out Affordable Screen Printing, and be sure and get one of the T-shirts they have out, because a lot of the proceeds are going to go to Rhett Cooper. So not only can you have a funny T-shirt to celebrate the night about LJ Grimm, it's going to a good cause.
Wait a minute, they have T-shirts?
Yeah, you didn't see that yet?
Oh, no way. That's better than Everything is Great.
LJ Grimm and the Too Sweet Band bring the Homo dance.
Okay, yeah. I'm calling Ronnie when we leave here.
Okay, so we have a fan question. Is LJ not racing a lot of asphalt racing this year? Heard he's going dirt racing.
Yeah, so with great people like Taylor Andrews and Mike Sweet with the modified, It's kind of given me an opportunity to do something I wanted to do. So I sold my asphalt car probably 2 or 3 months ago, and I went and bought one of Devin Dixon's old dirt modifieds from Jimmy Baker. So I wouldn't say I'm going to do more dirt racing than asphalt, but I'm definitely going to have a full schedule with all 3 cars. But primary goals are the sprint car and the 54 modified, and I'm going to run my dirt car at the Nationals starting off the year. And, well, I guess we already started off the year, but in 2 weeks, the dirt modified at East Bay for the Nationals. And then after that, I don't even know, because there's sprint car races, asphalt modified races, and dirt races. So it's just going to be week by week's deal, trying to figure out where I'm going and which car to get ready.
Sounds like they're going to keep you busy, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So do you want to give sponsor shout-outs to all the people that help you get to the track every week?
Yes, but real quick, the T-shirt deal. So I sent that we were going to send the proceeds to Robbie and Lacey for Rhett and their family, and Lacey actually reached back out, and she said she's so grateful and blessed to have all the support they've had from everyone. But she said with Rhett doing so well that they'd like to try to help someone else. So she actually suggested that we give AJ Waller some help, and he's got his own battle he's going through. So we're actually going to swap that around with Lacey's permission, and we're going to help out AJ Waller instead of Rhett. Rhett's had a tough battle, and he's on the good side of it, so we're going to help out AJ Waller now.
That's awesome.
I love that.
That's awesome.
AJ comes from the Waller family who races. If you're not familiar with the Waller family, they race at Citrus. Kind of all over, but mostly Citrus, and he's had his own battle all of 2020, and hopefully all of us can kind of pitch in and help out and make sure they're taken care of.
LG, just one last question on the incident Saturday night. It all happened, I know, really fast, and Bruce on the caution come up, and then you kind of reacted really quick and totally reactionary running through your mind. Did you know you'd have the support of the car owner in that instance, or did you just hope that everything would be okay with the car owner, or was there a background to that you knew? Because I know you've had trouble in the 100 lap race at interest, and car owner was kind of on your side and said you probably should have done more then. Did you know you had his support no matter what happened?
Oh yeah, no doubt. Me and Mike Sweet, I mean, me and him work on the car at the shop. Travis Rowland sets it up. So, I mean, the three of us, there's a lot of time spent on that car. And, I mean, all 3 of us are hardcore racers. We knew what it takes. But when it come down to it, when he ran me over under the caution, like, that was just, at that point, all I seen was red. It didn't matter if I was on a bicycle or anything. That's what was going to happen. But when I first started driving the 54 this year, it's no secret me and Bruce don't get along. We don't like each other. Mike actually said something to Bruce, kind of joking but kind of serious, the first race, and was like, "Hey, don't be touching my race car." And Bruce told him, "Yeah, no problem. As long as he doesn't touch me first, we'll be fine." Well, Mike remembered that, and Mike definitely remembered it. I mean, people don't run down the front stretch at racetracks for no reason. I mean, you're supposed to have a man's word on things, and that means a lot to Mike Sweet apparently. So yeah, I knew I had support of more than just my car owner and Travis Rowland, my parents. I mean, there was cheers and boos, and I think everyone knows who the boos were for.
And just for the record, we'll be happy to have Bruce on to give his side of the story at any time. I know Bench Racing, I got their shirt on today, but I know Bench Racing's already put out the word to have both of you on at the same time. We'll do the same. Both of them can get their sides out. I know who I side with, but you know.
We'll make a slot next weekend if Bruce wants to reach out to us and come on and give his side of the story. I'm at 2 sides, and we want to make sure everybody gets their side out.
That might have been the maddest I've ever seen your dad.
Yeah, Dad used to, I used to be, I wasn't a hellion or anything, but Dad was pretty pissed off Saturday night. We had some words, just me and him, and he kind of, I ain't been scared by him in a while, and it brought back some memories that I thought were long gone. But get out there on the racetrack, it don't matter. Nothing matters. It's your kids. So, I mean, my dad, we're tight-knit. I mean, me, him, and my mom, it's been us 3 for years, and luckily these last few years I've had great car owners and sponsors, and people step up. Without my parents, I'm nothing. So
So the big question is what's next, right? So when's your next race? Are we still doing the week by week? Let's see which car gets ready first, or do you have a plan?
I mean, we got the sprint car January 16th at 4:17, and then we have that Sunday off, and then we roll into modified nationals. So if y'all want to see how I do, y'all better be there practice night, because you might not get a chance to see what happens. And then I think we have, I don't know, a couple weeks off. I'm going down to help Jason Bell at the Frostbite. I'll be helping him and spotting for him. I think me and Sweet are going. So I'm sure we'll be doing some of them Friday night activities with Bubba at some point. And I think we have a couple weeks off, and Citrus Modified, and then there's a sprint car race, and it just turns into every weekend. I don't know the exact schedule, but it's just about every weekend.
That's awesome. That's every race car driver's dream, is to just have the lineup, right? I mean, you've got it. I think Bubba's another one that's like that. When you're growing up as a kid and you want to be a race car driver, that is the definition of what you're looking for. So congratulations, man. You're an awesome shoe. So you earned it, and it's great to get to see you watch you race almost every weekend.
And you've had a lot of success in the sprint car last year. I mean, you got the first win, and you made gains all year long. Not that we had much of an off season; it's been really short. But I'm sure you and Taylor Andrews have been in the shop. You guys getting that thing ready? Think you're going to be ready to battle up front again this year?
I think so. Now that I got a full year under my belt. It's just all seat time, and I feel like if y'all don't run a modified for a couple weeks, it ain't that big of a deal. You knock the rust off in a couple laps. But a sprint car, man, it's just every new weekend at a sprint car race, it's like the first practice, you still get butterflies, and maybe it's just me, but I don't know how Troy DeCare and Shane Butler and all of them do it as long as they have, and they make it look easy when you're really out there. But we Taylor and a guy named Ron is actually pretty much the crew chief over at Taylor's shop. Ron busts his ass for us and gets the sprint cars ready. I go over there and help Taylor and Ron. Taylor gives us the needs for me in sport, and Ron works on the cars, and we all pitch in and we do what we got to do to get to the racetrack. But I'm looking forward to this year in the sprint car for sure.
How long is your suspension from Showtime?
I don't know. I wasn't even watching Yoho's video earlier. Devin McLeod texted me and said that me and Bruce was suspended and the car owner had a $1,000 fine. So I don't know. I'm kind of hoping. I don't know what I'm doing Saturday, but I hope I at least maybe get to go watch the late model race this weekend. So I don't know. I'll have to talk to Yoho.
Ronnie Basello said make sure to thank Twisted Tea. Hey, that might be a good sponsor.
Get out to a gas station and get some Twisted Tea Peach.
Hey, not from much. That yellow color on the Twisted Tea can almost matches the yellow on the Dayton Andrews Dodge Sprint car.
Yeah, there's an idea.
I'll give you $1 to do it. It'll pay for the sticker.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming on, man. I know we've been picking on you, right? It's great to be able to interview buddies and have stuff like this come up, But thanks for coming on. Thanks for being a good sport about it. You've been absolutely awesome to watch. We can't wait to see what you're going to do this year. Thanks a lot. We really appreciate it.
Thank y'all for everything y'all do. Y'all taken being able to watch Florida short track racing to, I don't even know what level y'all are on, but it's awesome because just from last year on Jen's phone, to this, we're talking racing on a Monday night about something stupid that happened Saturday night. This is awesome. Y'all had Bubba Pollard on there, the biggest deal probably in the United States, maybe the world right now, local racing-wise, and even on the national level. So, if it wasn't for y'all, obviously I wouldn't even be talking tonight. So, thank y'all.
Absolutely, man. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it, LJ.
Thank you.
Good luck, buddy. See you Saturday.
Thank you.
One more point that I need to make real quick. We are missing a GoPro from Saturday night. So if anyone found a GoPro at Showtime, please message us here on Sunshine State Racing or Recoil Race Video. It's very important. These guys spend their own money. They bust their butts to do this, to get the footage, in-car footage for us week in and week out. They pay their way in. They do everything on their own. Let's make sure to get that GoPro back to them. No questions asked. Just message us. Let us know where we can come get it.
And as we kind of wrap up, just a huge thank you to everybody for listening and watching our first ever primetime show Monday night. We're looking forward to having this time slot with you guys. I think everybody enjoyed this time. I liked it better than Saturday. I think we're gonna only grow it more from here.
Yeah, this has been an awesome first show. I mean, I don't know how we're going to top the lineup next week, but I hear we got a couple guys that are going to be pretty good. I kind of like the idea that we're not telling anybody who it is, mainly because if they bail at the last second, we don't look bad. But, you know.
Right. That worked really well for us tonight.
Yeah, shout out. No, but this has been awesome. It's been a great first week. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Next week is going to be just as great. We've got 2 more guests lined up that we've already talked to that I'm absolutely stoked. The fact that we're getting these big names on here within a year is awesome. It's incredible. And huge thank you to all of you guys, the viewers, because without you, we're nothing. We're just 3 bozos sitting on the internet. So thank you guys for everything that you've done, and we're looking forward to a great 2021. That said, we are also putting out our schedule this week. So we have sat down, gone through the races. We're going to contract the track this week. And hopefully we'll have our schedule out for you this year so you know where we're going to be.
Tons of fan comments. Everyone loved the Monday night show. Huge thanks to all of you guys for tuning in every time we go live, whether it's cell phone, whether it's a big broadcast. We're going to get with the track owners and try to set up big broadcasts for 2 times a month. You guys know I'm at a racetrack every weekend, so if I can go live, I will. But we're going to try to do broadcasts, 2 huge broadcasts a month. So we'll be getting with our tracks and our marketing partners to make that happen. Thank you all for tuning in. It's so great to be back. Welcome to 2021 race season. Can't wait to see what this year brings us.
And a huge shout out to Ronnie Vasello and helping put on this Frostbite at 417 and giving us the confidence to let us be the one to make his big announcements and be a part of this show. It's going to be a huge show, and we're proud and honored to be a part of it.
Absolutely. Well, thank you guys. Happy Monday. Enjoy the work week, and we'll see you Saturday.
Have a good night.